Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with a new episode of Hearthstone. Just a regular episode. We're still grinding for gold for Blackrock Mountain, but we're not doing anything else with it. Let's see, we gotta trade this out. For a short time, probably it felt like a long time, I was telling people, asking people to subscribe and to turn off any ad blockers, and while I still want all of those things, it looks like pretty soon YouTube is going to allow for a system in which you can subscribe in a different way, in which would turn off all ads anyways. So I'm not sure what the price of that is going to be, and to me it was looking like it was going to be you would subscribe and you'd get all ads on all of YouTube turned off, but it might be you subscribe specifically to me or my channel, and then it turns off all ads on that. So whatever YouTube does, that sounds like that might be a pretty cool option for some people, to still support the content creator me while not dealing with the things that you're not interested in. So the only overlap here, we have win 5 games with Druid and Rogue, win 5 games of Paladin and Priest, and win 5 games of Priest and Warlock. The only overlap here is to win 5 games with Priest. I have been trading out the 40 easy quests for hard quests, so if we get all of these quests done in 3 episodes, that would be really amazing, but I very much doubt it. I think I'm going to end up doing 3 episodes and not doing any overtime and just playing this offline, because I'm playing this offline anyways. I've been grinding like crazy trying to get up to this. I need to be at 2100 gold in the next 3 weeks, which is very doable, partially because I got over 1,000 wins. Now this says 933 wins because that's ranked wins. So I've played just about 60 plus solo player games, and arena wins and all of that. So I got over 1,000 wins. When you get over 1,000 wins, they give you 300 gold. That was a huge boost. Let's get into a game though. Sorry. I know people hate it when you lollygag, even what feels like a second to me is probably just an eternity to people watching. So, sorry about that. I really feel with that 300 gold bonus though that I will get to 2100, which is an excellent thing. It means I'm not going to have to spend any real money, just a lot of real world time to get all of Blackrock Mountain.
The light shall bring victory.
On that fact, as I am looking at the number of views on Blackrock Mountain, it is very high when I release the first episode as soon as it is unlocked. So for me, it unlocks about noon. I record a video, get it out in less than 30 minutes. I get lots and lots of views. About 50 views this last week. So 50 views in less than 12 hours when I do that. However, the next day's episode, and the next day's episode, and the next day's episode, all the way until the next week unlocks, so far, barely getting any views at all. So, the only thing I can take from this is that people want to see like all Blackrock Mountain spoiled. I mean, I just have to call it spoiling as soon as possible. And so I'm not gonna probably change this, but it certainly is in the back of my head that next expansion, almost certainly, I'm going to try and just release everything. So a week will unlock, I will record every single bit of content I can and just release it as soon as possible. Off to announce it on Twitter and all of that, because it seems like that's where at least the majority of my random viewership is right now, in their mentality and how they want things to be done, is they want to see everything swell. Now, there's a lot of production problems with this mentality. It means I will release 5 episodes. I'll still do it every 5, break it into 5 episodes. But I'll release them all on one day, and then you'll have to wait 7 days because I can't unlock the next week unless I got early access or something, which I doubt I would. So let's see. So yeah, it'll just be 5 episodes spit out right at the beginning, and then you'll have to wait 7 days. So that's not great. That doesn't feel right in my book. It just doesn't. I've gotten several friends too, people that friend me, which is great. All of a sudden, as soon as I feel like I've gone at least one step up in YouTube, YouTube popularity, I suppose would be the right term. And as soon as I went that one step up, it seems like people saw my videos, they responded to my videos. I got a good increase in, a little jump in subscribers, a little jump in viewers, and I'm hoping that all goes up and up and up, because let's face it, it's still nowhere realistically where it needs to be.
My shield for Argon.
I'm over $3 in 3 months of ad revenue at this point. Realistically, you can't do that. It's got to grow a lot. It's got to be
Not on my watch.
over like $3 every hour is even too little. It needs to be every $3 every 30 minutes, and still that would be less than minimum wage, which is $7.25 in the United States, unless people have tricks to get around that, which there are some tricks to get around that, sadly. But I'm not going to talk about that today.
Into the breach.
But it does. I'm very happy with the growth and how fast the growth is. So it wouldn't surprise me one bit if by next month it's way higher, and by the next month it's way higher. Now, this whole thought, to get back to it, of just releasing new content as soon as it comes out, it's really, really backed up with where I've gotten the bumps. When something gets announced on Twitter, if I can go make a video of it and have it out in less than a few minutes, that really does seem to get me at least 100 more views, Whereas the old games I'm doing, even episodes like this, not getting great viewership. It's just not in the public's mind, and I don't have enough subscribers to counterbalance that at all. That is why it is very, very much important to continue down the path of
soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call
down the path of trying to get as many subscribers as possible.
My shield for Argus.
Yeah, if I had, let's say, 100 subscribers, let's say that, and all 100 of them watched, which is kind of silly, then the balance would be done. But I'm so new, I kind of need to to grow my subscriber base through getting random
Reporting for duty.
But this is really, really scary when you start talking about things like, let's go back to the Talos Principle as a series, which I have out there. I want people to watch it, but my computer couldn't handle it greatly.
Reporting for duty.
And as soon as I can afford to build a new computer, I'm gonna go back and redo the Talos Principle with the Serious Sam DLC. Since I got that for free. But in all of that, there is my total. Look, I did all this, I'm still gonna lose. Problem. Let's say, well, The Witcher 3 is coming out. Yeah, eventually The Witcher 3 is going to come out. I don't know the date or anything, but it's going to come out. If I go with this thought that I should release things as soon as possible, that's like releasing all The Witcher 3 could be hundreds and hundreds of hours. I could potentially do marathons and get that done in like a couple weeks, but that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work and a lot of footage and a lot of uploading all at once, and it doesn't really get to what I feel has to be the way. Arguments can definitely be made whether I should release every day or Monday through Friday. But I don't think anybody can really make the argument that I should release all the videos of every game I play as soon as possible, then allow for giant gaps in which I release nothing, and until the next game, then release as much as soon as possible. But there is definitely some reports, view reports, analytics that are pointing to exactly that. That in some way I should play brand new games as soon as possible. Put all the videos out because some people want to be spoiled, and the number of people that want to be spoiled right now, as the equation goes, because I have such low viewership, is higher than the people who will be loyal customers and come back every day and just watch it every day. This is the whole Netflix thing. Netflix makes a season of a series, they don't bother to release it every day or every week or anything like that. They just say it's all here, you watch it whenever you want. And that's great for them because they can afford to do that, and because they're not going to lose people who have subscribed to Netflix by doing that. YouTube is certainly not as helpful as it could be on this side either. The way notifications work, and whether on your If you're subscribed to me and you click my subscriptions, you will see the videos as soon as possible. As they're released in that feed of my subscriptions. It'll just be the chronological order of all the videos, series, channels you're subscribed to. Just in that order. So you just scroll down, you'll see it. However, if you click the subscribe button on my YouTube, and if you click the little cog next to it and say notify me when things are there, then you can get like a notification on your cell phone of when your videos are.
The dam
But
stand ready.
only if you've recently watched videos. So if you fall out of, if you're sick for a week or you just take a break for a week and don't watch my videos, it stops sending you the notification. And it is this random thing where it's trying to guesstimate what do you really want to watch. They're always trying. YouTube is very bad, or pretty bad, I wouldn't say very bad, pretty bad about nurturing a lack of focus as far as the viewers. That they will push you very quickly into watching another channel's videos that are somewhat similar to the videos that you've watched before, almost before they'll push you to go watch the same channel. Now, the TV equivalent of this, if you think about it, would be if you were watching something on ABC and ABC made a commercial that told you to go watch what was on Fox right then and there, because it's somewhat similar to the show you just watched. And that's just silly. That's silliness. And YouTube doesn't care. They just want to keep people watching. And I guess in their calculations and their experiments, they've determined that keeping people watching works better by promoting other channels than it does keeping people in their same channel. Which doesn't help me any. Attack D equal to health. Should I use that? No, I shouldn't. Just bring this out. Kill this guy.
Feel my pain.
Job's done.
Yeah, I don't even know how this would help the mage. This must have been a mirror image. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it next expansion, like Blackrock. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Yeah, I hope any of this is making sense too. I could see a lot of people not even following this conversation. Sorry if you don't, but what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'll release all 5 episodes of Blackrock Mountain as soon as possible for the people that want to spoil themselves. And then I will try and make a easy to create, doesn't take a lot of time video that is just kind of a commercial saying something along the lines of the video's already out, click here to see the video. And then what I can do, as the way the whole thing works on the back of YouTube, is you can either make videos live in public as soon as you've uploaded them, or you can schedule them to be made live for public later. So if I have the commercials scheduled to continue following with the Monday through Friday schedule, which, by the way, YouTube in multiple places tells everybody, and I've heard it from everybody, you definitely want to stick to a schedule. So
One shot.
my results
One kill.
seem to be falling right in the opposite of that. Just completely disagreeing with that thought. But so then I could schedule the commercials would come out, you'd say click here to see the video, and then you would have to click on the video or something like
One
that
shot. One kill.
to see it, and that way I can have the new tweet, a new Google Plus comment for whatever the Google Plus comment is worth, that day to remind people who didn't bother to watch all of it as soon as it was out that yes, these videos are out and go check it. And that kind of stinks. I don't really want to be in the business of having to make commercials. It's some silliness. Now, if I could just schedule like a second tweet, a second announcement, just like I'm gonna make this public now, but I want to schedule the announcement and everything for tomorrow in YouTube, that would be great. But there really is no way to do that. And inside of YouTube system, there's definitely no way to do that. So even if you wanted to show up in notifications, if you wanted to show up on the My Subscriptions, now for subscribers that's not a great system. That's a pretty bad system if I have to go put commercials in, because I at least feel the need that I have to release everything early. Because then, if you're a subscriber, you're gonna see 5 videos of Black Rock Mountain, for this example, and then the next day you're gonna see a commercial for Black Rock Mountain, and then the next day you're gonna see another commercial, and for 4 days in a row you're gonna be seeing commercials. And
my fate is sealed.
That's some pretty silly way of thinking and way of doing things. But it does seem like that's what I'm gonna end up doing.
My fate is sealed. Damn, stand ready.
Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and do all this.
Job's done.
That works, yep. I'm always just looking for new ways to get more viewers. A lot of it is just luckiness, a lot of it is randomness, a lot of it seems to be impossibly and completely unrelated to anything I'm doing.
My fate is sealed.
Some of it does seem like it will be solved if once I have a new computer and it can just get on a track of just buying brand new games all the time. But that's not the just immediate solution, because you can definitely buy a brand new Steam game every hour of every day, and people won't be that interested in them. Let's see. Let's
My
go ahead
fate
and
is
see if we
sealed.
can next turn. I'll save this for next turn. You want to surprise them with these kind of cards You don't want to give them a chance to build up their health back if they get desperate. Well, there was something else I was thinking about too. No, I can't remember. That's never good. The old games right now don't seem like they're working.
My shield
but
for Argus.
the old games, that's gonna just at most make me be a little bit more picky on what old games I pick. Also, it doesn't really. I don't really buy into the thought that I should just do any old games, even if they're not really getting a lot of views. I would much rather cover them and have more footage. Eventually, going forward, at some point, yes, I will agree that I probably at some point will stop doing old games and only do new games. But I'm just not to that.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
This is no good. I'm gonna have my victory snatched away from me. Yeah, so the 5 damage this would have done is not going to help.
Need you to master.
That'll help. Oh man, that was really dumb. I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is make more commercials. Do
You
more.
love my new recipe.
I want YouTube to be a lot more automated, and there's just no great way to do it. They should be able to figure out, or I should be able to at least label.
For master.
At least label a series, so when I upload something I can say this is this series, and because of that pull the series number that you already know that we're at and upload all of these different things and put this in a folder. Just simple things like put it in a folder. One of the things that would make it so much easier. Give it this default thumbnail. There's just so much mundane stuff. Give it this default tweet announcement. Just a lot of my videos right now, I've barely finished series 1 as far as what's been released. So all my popularity up to this point has been basically the first 100 or so Hearthstone episodes, all of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and all of the this is gonna be a little silly, but I'll do it anyway. All of FTL. FTL, hard to make the argument that it wasn't a mistake at this point to do FTL. But on those shows alone,
I wonder.
also I did Portal, also I did the Talos Principle, also I did a few other things, but
You die now!
Well played.
oh, that stinks. I would have won this turn if I had attacked with this guy first, but because I could have done this 5 damage on top of it. Oh, come on, give me another one of these and I'll be done.
My shield for Argon!
Still don't want to use this. They'll just make them desperate and they'll take actions to build up their health. So I've gotten a lot of viewership really, considering the series I've released. One of the series that I'd hoped would have gotten more views and really didn't was Portal. That is a great example. This was what I was going to talk about. Valve came out, they announced their Steam VR. In their Steam VR announcement, they had some Portal 2 characters. So this was about as much as was going to be in the public mindset for Portal in years. So that, in my mind at least, was the time to release Portal. So I released my entire series of Portal 1 and Portal 2, which I was going to release on a daily release as just a supplemental, and it really didn't get that much better. And I kind of did that with the Talos Principle too, because I was just tired of the crashing and stuff, so I released a lot of the episodes at the end real early. I'm surprised I even got one victory. So game 4. And so both for the Talos Principle and Portal 2, all of those got released just at the same time. And because they weren't really in the public mindset, the Talos Principle sadly really wasn't.
Anduin versus
I think it's held in high esteem by the few that have seen it, but it didn't become as big as Portal or as big as they were hoping it would be, I'm sure. So yeah, it wasn't in the public mindset as much. And that's why I'm so surprised that when I did the announcement of the Serious Sam deals, it got so many more views than the Talos Principle series ever did. It's like, from my perspective, it seems like Serious Sam is a really highly regarded game, which is news to me. That it has a very big fan base I just had not really heard of. But then also that could just be that in the month or so between me releasing all of the Talos Principle and the Serious Sam DLC being released, so much I have grown as a channel quite a lot.
I wonder.
I would at least like to think that.
The damned stand ready.
So releasing old series all at once doesn't seem like it's gonna be my path anymore. It just doesn't seem like there's a point. I would rather have I'd rather have 5, 6, 7 games being released daily if I get that far ahead, which I very easily might get that far ahead.
My fate is
So
sealed.
I might have 5 or 6 series being released every Monday through Friday of different games, and I would much rather do that than just push another game out as soon as possible as a marathon. Also, by releasing old games, that builds up my old stuff, and my hope, at least, is that with the old stuff being
My fate is sealed.
being larger and larger collection, there will be more and more for people. If they just marathon through this series, they can go, oh, I'll just go back and
Where
watch series
shall
1.
I strike?
That would definitely be nice if that happened. Let's see.
My shield for Argon.
Yeah, this is the one I want. And then this.
My fate is sealed.
Exactly the one I wanted. Right there. Kill this guy. Get his health up and smash this guy in the face. Yep, this one's looking good. Yeah, so the other thing I've decided to change, and it's just gonna kind of happen with no explanation, because this won't be out to explain it fast enough this episode, as is always a problem, is that I've just decided to completely move around, and I'm gonna do the unfair thing, which is totally unfair, where one series is gonna be released at like 3, one is gonna be released at 4, and one is gonna be released at 5 p.m. Central Time. And
Into the breach.
that's just me trying to work with Twitter. That's just me trying to get more viewers. I have been keeping a pretty steady eye on what the on when videos are released to me and when other people are releasing videos, and it seems like they are falling further towards that 3, 4, 5 Central Time than that people that are doing it at like noon. So that's basically the after school block of time. Hey, 31. 2 victories. That's pretty good. Maybe we can make it a 3rd in our final game for this episode. So yeah, I'm just gonna spread everything out an hour. The reason I'm spreading it out an hour is just to give, try and catch more people's attention on Twitter. It's all about Twitter. I've seen no real movement on Google+, although I have managed to get a couple more people to follow me on Google+, which is good. I need still 4 people to follow me before I can get a shortened URL. So I'm hoping that I can get that up. But yeah, on Twitter, the way it works is if somebody's not on Twitter within a few minutes of that time, and they have a lot of things they're following, they're not going to see a tweet. They'll end up having to scroll down all the way to the bottom to the last tweet they remember. And while that's something I do, I don't think that's something most people do. I think they're just going to look at the top few and then get bored and leave.
Job's done.
So I want to see how many people I can catch their eye at 3, how many people can I catch their eye at 4, and how many people can I catch their eye at 5. Now this definitely may help me, but it hurts the viewer a little bit, because now I used to release at 6 a.m. so now at most everybody has to wait at least 9 hours. There's a 9-hour difference there, just till 3 p.m. And if you like the second show but don't like the first one, you have to wait 10 hours. And if you like the third show and don't like the first 2, you have to wait 11 hours. So it's a bit of a readjustment there. But really didn't have a lot of viewers who were watching at 6 a.m. Really didn't feel like I had that many viewers who were watching at noon, which was the last change. But then on top of that problem, there is the other problem of some of these new series I do are just short. They're just short episodes. And that's great. That lets me do more games. That lets me potentially record more, be further ahead. I probably, if I have like an entire 2 months ahead, I need to start recording another game and add it right now. I don't see any reason to go more than 2 months in advance on series. But maybe there is a reason. Maybe I should be a year ahead. That's what I used to say, just in case. Have videos scheduled and ready to go out. I'd like to push it to see how far YouTube would really let me go. That might be very interesting. But I'd like to also grow viewership, and that's way more important than an experiment with YouTube. So, but my point there is, a lot of these new series are only 15 minutes long, 10 minutes long. Some of these series are surprisingly short. And in those cases, you're going to have incidences where something gets released at 3 a.m., 3 p.m., not a.m., 3 p.m., and it's 10 minutes long. You watch that, and then you've got nothing to watch for 45 minutes until the next thing. And then the next thing might be 10 minutes long, and you would have 50 more minutes to wait. And and then you might get to the third show and it might be only 10 minutes. And then you'd have to wait what would it be? 21 hours till the next day? Way longer if it was a weekend, if it was a Friday. I haven't given a lot of thought to going towards us every day of a week. At some point, if I'm just so far ahead, it might be a good idea. But I think everybody needs to take a break. And people need to take a break from me and relax. Go back and watch the old things. I can't really see the argument being made that I need to release every single day when I know there are series that you haven't seen, that people haven't seen. It's
It's time for a little blood.
so I haven't really gone to that thought. Maybe I'll eventually get to that point. If I'm releasing something like from noon to 8 p.m., so that would be 8 or 9. Let's see, noon, 1, 2, 3.
I wonder.
Yeah, that'd be 9 series every day.
Put this apple on your head.
There's definitely some reshuffling that would be done there. I can't. Even doing 3 and 4 seems silly, but we're doing it at the moment, as odd as it is.
I wonder.
So yeah. Oh, it looks like I may have won this one too.
My fate is sealed.
I have won. So, yeah. Thinking about releasing new things to summarize here at the end. I'm probably going to release expansions as soon as possible, particularly on Hearthstone. We got 3 victories. That's pretty good. Normally that would get a quest done. So next expansion, when a week opens up, I'm just gonna do 1 episode here, 1 episode here, 1 episode here, and then the 2 class challenges, and then all 5 of those episodes would be released immediately, as soon as possible. I would be recording an episode and uploading an episode if I could get away with it, but since it's an online, well, maybe on solo player I could get away with that. And then I'll probably make some commercials, and then you'll get commercials, episodes that say click here to see this episode that has already been released if you've been a good subscriber and checking back every day. And yep, I've moved the times around, so pretty soon, probably way before this episode is out, you'll start noticing that one series is gonna just always be at 3 p.m., one's gonna always be at 4 p.m., and one's always gonna be at 5 p.m. Anyways, that's the end of that long conversation. I hope you understood it and could follow it. And that's the end of this episode. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. Also, you support me through fan funding. Click on my name, Rydo. On the right is the blue button that says support this channel. I am still working on making an outro. Once I get that dumb outro made, I've just run into some production problems there. Once I get it done though, I'm gonna have all of this wrap up on that outro. It's gonna look so visual, it's gonna be so quick and cool that I can just say things like, thanks for watching, goodbye, at the end, and that's it. That'll be the entire wrap-up. But until then, I have to continue with this wrap-up. Follow me on Twitter, Google+, friend me on Steam and Battle.net. All that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.